This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code SOUTHGATE to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed protector of the universe. Bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that are both weapons and symbols of his station, he fights an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar. Hello and welcome to the Quantum Zone, episode 73. It's tonight's episode brought to you by the letter A, because covering those Alpha Flight issues, and Captain America A.
Captain A.
I am Phil, of course, and joining me as always, Master of the Quantum Zone.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And Master of... I got nothing tonight.
Take off with your intros, you hoser. This is Matt Kona here. Hey.
Yeah.
How are you?
I was going to do a big introduction because, I mean, people on the podcast will be like, what? But yeah, tonight's the second episode we're recording now instead of Google Hangout through Get Vocal. And I was going to introduce the guys here to the group, but there's no one in the room. There's like at least 3 people at a time here, at any one time last night. But like I said, that was for Comic-Con news. So
yeah, it's Tuesday night. I don't know. Maybe other things are going on in people's lives. They're less inclined to tune into the live version of our chit chat.
Like I said, who the heck is Quasar?
Quasar.
All right.
Well, before we get going, I mean, I was trying to keep up with the news from San Diego, but I didn't see much in the way. They didn't even talk about Guardians 3 at this point.
You know what? I actually saw something, I think, yesterday where they were saying they had to decide what they were going to release because they had so much information and stuff coming that they handpicked with their... Because you figure they're probably saving some stuff for New York Comic-Con, which is when in the fall.
I think so, yeah.
And then Disney has that D23, so I'm sure they're probably saving stuff for there too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, just this weekend, they only announced a few things like Black Widow,
They announced a lot of things, but yeah,
Thor 4 with Jane Foster Thor.
Yes. Blade, which they didn't announce a date for yet. Then a bunch of that Disney Plus stuff like Loki, Hawkeye, Falcon, and Winter Soldier. Is Matt Cona's wife being killed in the background?
That's not in my house.
That is Mario Party. Let me go close the door. I'll be right back.
I didn't know Mario put his voice that high. Oh, Luigi!
I'm a Waluigi. We're sponsored by Nintendo, Disney Plus, Comic-Con.
I mean, you have to follow Matt Kona and his wife. You have to follow Matt Kona and his wife to get his joke, but I thought Matt Kona's wife was looking for more attention.
Yeah. Follow at Yale Gavish on YouTube.
Her new video.
Maybe on Vocal. Maybe she'll get a Vocal by now. Yes.
Yeah. It's the new thing. Yeah, I guess my mic picks up a little better than I knew. So cool.
Yeah, I don't know where it was coming from, but I was like,
what's going on? No.
But no, the big news, probably the most that pertains to us here on the Quantum Zone, is they announced the Eternals coming November 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of people, including Makkari, but who's going to be played by a female.
Really?
Yes. By Lauren Ridloff, who's like one of the new people on Walking Dead. She's a deaf actress, because I think they said the character is going to be deaf, so I don't know if they did that because she's deaf or if they went looking for a deaf person to play this part.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That is interesting.
So wait for the fanboy hate, because not only is she a female, she's a black female.
Oh, okay. We can't. Yeah, that's gonna generate a lot of hate. So
yes.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Between that and a female Thor coming in for Thor.
Yeah.
Which I have no problem with. I love the Jane Foster Thor in the comics, but I don't think they've done enough with the character in the MCU.
Yeah, I know it's interesting because I think
Yeah, like
I read somewhere that Natalie Portman just took her pre-buff up pick for Thor 4. I mean, just but that's hard to say. Thor 4.
Thor
Love and Thunder, man.
Yeah.
Love and Thunder.
But yeah, I was like, I thought Natalie Portman had some kind of problem with them, and I was like, oh, why did she come back?
True. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Thor 3. Ragnarok is not my fave.
Yeah.
And it's down to the director, I think. I'm not a fan of his style. And it's great that people love it. I'm glad they do. It's just not for me.
Director for Thor. Yeah, the same.
Thor.
The same one who did Thor 3, which I can't pronounce his name for the life of me.
Yeah, I can't either. So I'm glad people like it, but I don't. His style just doesn't work for me.
So I never thought we'd see the day where we're gonna get Makkari maybe in live action before Quasar.
That's true. That is true.
Which I mean, I know it's not a Makkari solo thing. It's like the whole all the Eternals. Which I mean, they announced like a ton of characters for.
We got her in Guardians 2 before we got. So all of his supporting characters are in movies before him.
I know. But but it's funny because it's like, did you see? I guess Angelina Jolie is not playing Cersei.
Oh, so all of our jokes are falling flat now. Darn it!
I know. Well, of their time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angelina Jolie is going to play Athena.
Oh, so she's the Athena analog daughter of Zurus, I guess. Yeah.
But I mean, they announced like a bunch of names, including Selma Hayek and Richard Madden and all this. But they said they still haven't announced who's playing Cersei yet.
Huh.
So it's like, if you're going to announce a Angelina Jolie and a Selma Hayek, who can you announce?
They play Cersei.
So wait, they announced the cast, but not who is playing every single role.
I guess most of it, but they're keeping the Cersei on the wraps because I think she's going to be like, I don't know if she's going to be the lead or like one of the biggest parts of the movie. So
interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not the most in touch with the current world of comics, but when was the last time the Eternals had like a major role in a storyline or something like that?
Neil Gaiman did a series with them a decade ago? Was that about a decade ago? Over 15 years ago?
Yeah. I was gonna say,
I think John Romita Jr. was doing the art. Maybe I can't remember. It's been a long time since I looked at that series.
They might have been off to the side in one of these big crossovers. I'm just wondering if they're like pushing Eternals now because Inhumans flopped on TV. They should have did that as a movie.
Yeah.
And
I don't even remember Inhumans on TV.
It lasted, I think, 10 episodes maybe.
Was that a Netflix thing?
It was ABC now.
Oh, okay.
It was during the summer though too. Or was it during the summer? I can't remember. I haven't wiped most of that from my memory. I mean, so I thought maybe since Inhumans flop, but DC's working on a New Gods movie, so
Kirby, yeah,
yeah.
I would think that a lot of people would probably say that New Gods are his kind of pinnacle. Where he was doing what he wanted to do, and Eternals was kind of, and also ran, I guess, but. That's there's nothing. I don't really have anything to back that up. It's just kind of my feelings on it, I guess. Gleaned from talking to people over the years. But I mean, Eternals had a great was it late 80s limited series, like a 12-issue limited series that was pretty good.
Yeah,
it's got a great Walter Simonson cover on one of them, if I remember right. I'm a Simonson fanboy. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
And Professor.
I was going to say because you taught about him in class.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, all three of us have talked that we did those Captain Marvel specials. Did you see they cast a adult version of Monica Rambeau?
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, that's cool.
Tiona Paris, who I'm not familiar with, but I guess she's going to appear on that WandaVision series from Disney Plus.
Oh, cool.
I think that's where they said she's going to show up. Because you see that too. They're going to do the WandaVision series on Disney Plus, and then Scarlet Witch is going to jump right from that to Doctor Strange 2.
Madness in the Multiverse or Madness
in the Multiverse of Madness.
There we go. Yeah.
So get your tickets now.
Yeah.
It comes out in May 2021. So
Yeah.
Like a takeoff of the In the Mouth of Madness, the Toby Hooper movie from the 90s with the guy from Jurassic Park. It's a pretty good movie. But they said this is officially the first horror movie of the MCU.
Yeah.
No.
it wasn't Thor 2.
Yeah.
Hey, that movie gets a lot of hate, but I don't have a problem with it. I think
I liked it.
Yeah, the MCU has like some weaker movies. I mean, I'll defend the Iron Man 3. I'm not saying it's the best, but that movie gets so much crap. Iron Man 2 and 3 get so much crap, and I like them. But I mean, I would take the worst MCU movie over some of those DC. I'm a fan of both Marvel and DC, but I would take like the weakest MCU movie over most of those current DC movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Incredible Hulk or Hulk? Can't remember which one it is.
Oh, the
Ang Lee one,
or the other?
No, the second one, the one with Edward Norton.
I think that's Incredible Hulk. I think. So I think the Ang Lee one was just Hulk, wasn't it?
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Gamma dogs.
Gamma dogs. But it's technically a Marvel movie, right?
But there's a lot of stuff coming. Shang-Chi's coming. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Mm-hmm. Which sounds interesting.
February 2021, and we're also getting in that movie. We're getting the real Mandarin,
which will be cool. Very cool.
We're getting the real Mandarin.
Uh-huh.
Which I was telling Charlie, do you think they're going to make the Mandarin his father? Since I don't think they can use Fu Manchu because of like rights issues and stuff.
I don't know. That probably would work. I mean, that would keep fewer characters and less confusion, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because movies have to be so tightly packed, that you can't waste time.
Because I think that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big one. Like he's probably been working behind the scenes forever. Because I mean, they mentioned 10 rings in the first Iron Man movie.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah.
It's gonna be another spoiler alert. It's gonna be another Mysterio. I was there in that movie over there, and
yeah,
or the guy from the first Iron Man. Tony Stark built us in a cave. Well, I'm not Tony Stark.
Yeah,
I leave evidence behind. So yeah, and I think they said there's more. Yeah, they announced a bunch for 2021, and I think there's still slots because they were saying there might be like 7 movies in 2021 or something.
Jeez.
Yeah. Then you got that Disney Plus stuff. They're gonna be killing it.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, first one. I think the first one is Black Widow in May 2020.
Yep. I think that's they. I saw a little bit of that panel. I think the boys were talking about it because it has the Taskmaster in it. Which, hey, that classic villain there, Taskmaster.
Have they confirmed Taskmaster? Because I know they said that David Harbour from Stranger Things is going to be, I guess, Red Guardian.
Oh no, I didn't know that. I haven't heard that one yet. That's cool.
Taskmaster or Red Guardian.
Very cool.
But yeah,
which is funny coming from the last season of Stranger Things, but it's okay.
But yeah, Black Widow and Eternals are 2020, and then the rest of those movies are, well, most of them are 2021, except for they said they haven't announced when Blade's coming yet. Mm-hmm. With the guy who played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage.
Yeah, and was in the latest season of True Detective, which is actually pretty good.
But,
set around here in Northwest Arkansas, by the way.
He's already been in the MCU, but like Charlie said, I guess you win an Emmy, you get to do whatever you want.
He won 2 Oscars, not an Emmy. 2 Oscars.
Oscar, I'm sorry.
2 of them.
I get confused. We're country boys, Matt Conan. We're not big city boys like you.
Yeah, I mean, as a person that lives in a city, we do get complimentary tickets to the Oscars every year. They take
all city people get that, right?
Yeah.
What
flying cross country, first class?
What's coming up next? The Oscars or the Emmys? Because I swear they said they're not having a host again. I'm like, Matt Conan, there you go.
They're taking away our jobs. It's not fun,
Robot away our jobs. But yeah, a lot of Comic-Con news. So much. And then House of X and Powers of X come out tomorrow. They're like the new big X-Men, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it. Don't know
Well, they haven't let out a lot of details.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Hey, here's a movie that I remember hearing a lot of. Well, maybe not a lot, a little bit about,
Sure.
but I haven't heard anything about it. The New Mutants movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that keeps getting pushed back, and now the last I heard, they're like, oh, I don't know if they're like, I don't know if we're gonna release it in a theater. They might just put it up on
Really?
either like the Disney Plus or Hulu or something. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, everyone was saying it's supposed to be like kind of a horror movie, right? So they were.
Yeah.
I think they were adapting
something.
What
It's a specific
Demon Bear?
storyline. Yeah.
I don't know.
Demon Bear storyline.
But
That's what I remember.
I
Yeah.
thought they did say something about it's like kind of a horror. So everyone's like, just release it on Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a trailer for it in the theaters, but that doesn't really mean much. There was trailers for the first Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
that's the other thing. No, they didn't give any details yet, but I guess Feige said they are working on Fantastic Four right now. Like I don't know how early stages they're in, but
but
they're working on Fantastic Four.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
But no, I was talking about all that X-Men stuff. The big comic book news last week: Superior Spider-Man #9, Matt Cona's favorite character, returned. Turner D. Century.
Yes, back from the dead, Scourge. You can't hurt him anymore.
Well, yeah, because then the other, Peter Parker's Spider-Man swung in, and he's like, he even says, "Hey, I haven't seen you since," and you even got the editor's note, Marvel Team Up 20 from 1982.
Yeah.
He goes, "I thought you were dead or something," and Turner says, and I quote, "I was resurrected by the dread Dormammu to cleanse the world of hipsters."
Wow.
That's awesome.
This is
He's like the most steampunk villain ever, though.
exactly.
Rides around on a bicycle. He's got an umbrella or something.
I mean, it was funny because I didn't see the motorcycle, but he had like this. He had a time horn that it was lethal to the nervous systems of everyone below late middle age. So he points it at Superior Spider-Man, not knowing it's Dr. Octopus in a clone body. So, like, no, it's not possible. He's like, die and take your avocado toast flavored duck face narcissism with you.
Gosh, I'd hate to stereotype a generation or anything.
Put you off your lawn.
Yeah, get off my lawn.
All right, we pontificated. I actually have a timer on this, over 17 minutes. So, you want to get to some issues?
Let's have some issues.
We have issues. So yeah, usually
Issues of the day, and then issues of the day in 1992.
Yes.
for anyone new, but there's no one in the chat room like there was last night. So
Or 91.
oh, you know what else? Yeah, Ray and I appeared on a couple weeks ago on his Moon Knight podcast. Then he just was on Capes and Lunatics this weekend talking to me and Charlie because Lilith was at Comic-Con. But he said we're still trying to work out a date. The one show he wants to really be on is this one. He loves Quantum Zone. He's like, oh, because I'm like, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Because he's like my age. He read all those old comics we read. Shout out, Ray. I know you're listening.
Good man, Ray.
All right. So, first up, I guess we're talking what Alpha Flight 97. Well, just get the dates out of the way. 97 through 100 from what? June, July, August, and September of 1991.
So this is basically before her / Kismet / Juridia's Star Rider or whatever.
Well, yeah,
/ whatever else her name is.
This is like when she returns to Earth. In just like a one-piece bathing suit.
Yeah. Which is why she's here during Infinity Gauntlet, which we talked about previously.
Yeah, we're backtracking a little bit because Quasar's even in his I was gonna say his suit that he went into Cosmos wearing, but then the one who's wearing in Infinity Gauntlet. But the Alpha Flight issues were written by our friend Fabian Nicieza of Crossing Line fame. And he invented some character no one heard of called Deadpool with
Yeah, who's Deadpool? You said I've never heard of this character. I don't know.
him and Rob Liefeld. Because I remember I've talked to him like 2 or 3 times. Because the first time I talked to him, I was introducing him on the podcast. I'm like, yeah, it's Deadpool's father. He goes, oh, I guess that makes Rob his mother. But yeah. So is anyone reading Alpha Flight at this time that these came out?
I never was a regular reader of Alpha Flight.
Neither was I. About 10, 15 years ago, I went on a binge and just grabbed as many issues. I got most of the 90s, well, the 80, 90s series.
Yeah, I mean, when I wasn't buying it off the stand, but I remember picking a bunch of the John Byrne issues up later and just reading them because.
Yeah, I would pick them up randomly. They had some, I fell for the bait of guest stars, and I liked that there was kind of a connection to X-Men, who I was interested in, and Wolverine, also from Canada. And
doesn't Alpha Flight in the 50, 51, 52 or something like that have some early Jim Lee art or something in it?
I think so. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It might have been some of his. I don't know if it's his first work for them or some of his. But I think it's some of his early work. Yeah. I don't know if he jumped right from that to X-Men, maybe. But yeah.
Well, he also did a Transformers cover. That was one of his Jim Lee early stuff.
Oh, cool! And he did Punisher War Journal too, I think, didn't he?
I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah. I know what he's most known for at Marvel is X-Men, though.
Oh yeah, X-Men,
top selling comic of all time.
X-Men #1.
Yes, and then he jumped over to DC and did Batman Hush. That's a famous storyline.
You kind of skipped the whole Image thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I co-created that film. Yeah. He also won 2 Oscars. Come on, man.
Sure, it wasn't an Emmy. But yeah, no, 97 opens up with Alpha Flight getting a new headquarters, I guess.
I think so. Yeah.
There's changes going on in the Alpha Flight landscape.
You got a big press conference room.
Yeah, there's this issue. There's certainly a lot of setup, and kind of sets the tone for what's to come. There's no Quasar in it. There's no Avengers yet. You just know that someone in Alpha Flight is sick. Can't cut through the diamond skin. Get some surgery.
Diamond Will,
yeah.
Because she might have a tumor, but I can't say she's in there. And I love how the shadow when she's getting examined, just the strategically play. Just look like they coated tar, just I don't know that shadow.
Yeah, so she has a tumor they're trying to get out. That's right.
Yeah, a lot of half naked aliens because her in her bathing suit, and then even those aliens chasing her don't seem to be wearing that many clothes.
Yeah,
Earthlings are such prudes.
And then there's that's Nova, isn't it? Sorry, that's
the guard. The Herald.
Nova.
Oh yeah,
Herald Nova.
Frankie Ray. Yeah.
Yeah,
Johnny Thorne's ex-girlfriend who had powers like him, but then she became Galactus's herald.
Wanted to see the universe.
She just needed some space.
Nice.
That's what it is.
Oh yeah, because these organisms that are Galactus is coming to eat our planet. Those little purple
squid looking things.
Yeah, between squid and an egg or something.
Yeah.
Then we get Vindicator and Guardian because remember what was it? Guardian had been killed. What in those John Byrne issues, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then he was killed in 12, but then they pretended to bring him back from this weird time travel thing, and then it turns out that he was just a fake. But then they actually brought him back that same way later, which I thought just blew my mind.
Which they didn't explain it. In this arc, they actually explain it.
Ah, okay.
But then they get called out to go because her crashes the Earth. What is it, like a shopping mall or something? But yeah, I guess they were setting up Alpha Flight. I mean, I think they are always tried to be this way, but like especially in this time, they were really trying to set them up as Canada's Avengers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, this rolls out of the crossing line too. You know, I mean, that would have only been a couple of years before. So, was it a year or 2 years?
Yeah, I was gonna say it couldn't have been more than 1 or 2 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
and written by Fabian. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, there's North Star shows up.
Yeah.
Box. Those Canadians in there, like their simple names: Box, Puck.
Yeah. Vindicator, Guardian, Shaman.
It's like I were they like, hey, what says Canada more than hockey? Yeah, it's called Puck, eh?
Yeah. Even Diamond Lil, I mean, it's like they forced the Lil in. They would have been fine just calling her Diamond, I'm sure.
Like a diamond in the sky. Yeah, so basically Alpha Flight's basically battling these aliens who are like trashing the city because they're come for her. Basically, we will surrender now or face immediate obliteration. So they either have to surrender her or get obliterated. The planet gets obliterated. And hey, look, Deathlock returns in March.
I think I bought that series when it came out.
I can't say I did.
I liked some Deathlock.
Oh, we forgot Sasquatch.
Was he?
Come on.
Yeah.
in this issue line?
He's in
Okay.
this arc at some point. Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't see I was flipping through the first issue. I didn't see a lot of him. Like Matt said, a lot of setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this also because one of the issues that I had, I think it's the next one, was it's just called Alpha Fight Special 2.
Mm-hmm.
So like 97, 98, 99 were sold separately on the or remarketed, like the same way that
they did the
Quasar one was
for the newsstand. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring in some new eyes, maybe, build it up to the 100. So.
I do like the front pieces at the beginning of each issue. They're pretty cool.
Oh yeah, with like it's like with each character. Well, I mean, you get little bits, but yeah, and then you get
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a splash of a character.
Yeah.
Look at Diamond Lil's costume. It's like all black. I mean, there's no sleeves, but it's just like cut out like the hips.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
But I mean, I guess you don't really need a protective costume when you're invulnerable.
True.
So yeah, then second issue, Alpha Flight's trying to decide what to do with the aliens. The Box sends out the signal to Department H. Wonder who they're gonna call.
I don't know.
But yeah, a lot of trashing spaceships and stuff in this issue.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Issue 2, Sasquatch is part.
There's Sasquatch, yeah, and Puck.
Sasquatch, Puck, and Windshear. Some dude in like blue, green, and white armor.
Mm-hmm.
And they're bringing Shaman too.
And she jumps into battle, using some cosmic energy, fighting for her freedom.
Yeah.
Oh, and then those aliens in space seem to teleport their whole planet away from Nova, so Galactus doesn't find them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you boys enjoying this art? Because some of this art, I'm just like, some places it seems to work, and other places just like
it's kind of uneven in places.
Kind of messy. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Some of it, like there's a Sasquatch picture on page 6 where it kind of just looks like, I don't know.
I mean, I was gonna say it wasn't rushed, but I mean, this wasn't like.
It looks like Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, yeah,
Sasquatch
yeah.
saying, "Where is everyone?"
Yes,
You know?
definitely. I was gonna say this shouldn't have been rushed because this wasn't bi-weekly, was it?
I don't think so.
There's a different month on every cover, unless because they have to do the
Yeah.
oversized 100th issue.
Which
I have to compliment their restraint. There was no hologram or anything on that issue 100.
Well,
yeah.
Canadians are very humble.
Because all the other issues are $1.50, and then for a 100 they only bumped it up 50 cents to $2.
Yeah. You'd think, instead of doing a hologram or whatever, they should have done plaid, like actual plaid.
I was gonna say, what about the Canadian flag? Shouldn't the Canadian flag be plaid? I hear all these Canadian. Oh, we're gonna get so much hate mail from Canada.
Yeah, but it'll take a while for it to get here, so we don't have to worry about it.
Build that wall. So the Alpha Flight's trashing ships trying to save her, and then some aliens, I guess, beam down, and
ground troops.
because we need something for like Sasquatch and Diamond Lily to do who can't fly. But just when the odds seem against them, who shows up on that splash page?
The Avengers.
Cap, Cersei, who is not Angelina Jolie, Vision, Quasar, She-Hulk, and Hercules. Do you think they had to change something on this page? Because you see like a mace go flying through like that spaceship.
Oh, Thor.
Maybe they were like Thor, and for some reason they're like, no, you can't have Thor.
Oh, you can't have
You
Thor.
Hercules.
Yeah, I mean, Thor was at this point just as a training Avenger, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reprimanded by
Or we went back a little, so like maybe.
Oh, that's
maybe there was
true.
no Thor right now.
Yeah,
it took at least a month or
too.
two for Eric Masterson to go to the Avengers. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that just seemed odd to me that like, Hercules doesn't usually carry a mace and like usually not whipping it at people.
Yeah. He usually gives them the gift of battle with his fists, right?
Have at thee, verily.
Yay, and verily.
Oh, we're gonna get into that in the next 2 episodes. But yeah, to be continued, as if you didn't know, from that big Avengers splash page.
Just leave it like that. Leave it at that. The Avengers look a little odd. I would say. But this especially, like Quasar, it looks like Speedball doing ballet. Like the most normal one is She-Hulk, and Hercules as the leader with his, I don't know.
Do you think maybe they didn't want the Avengers to look too good because it is Alpha Flight's book?
That is true.
I don't know, maybe.
But look, did you see this cover to issue 99? I think it's my favorite cover of the 4. Just like the big Galactus head in the back, and everyone in front of it, and it says a 500,000 aliens, a dozen Avengers, 2 scantily clad interstellar she-warriors. But wait, more.
There's more.
What could it be, Galactus?
So who's the other scantily? Are they talking about Nova?
Nova would be my guess. Yeah.
Nova and her.
So is she scantily clad or is she completely covered now?
I don't know.
Because her power completely I mean, I know it looks, it leaves nothing to the imagination, really, but you could say the power covers her from head to toe.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we're going to give you a no prize, a no clothes prize.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No clothes prize.
Yeah. I mean, other people in Alpha Flight might be scantily clad, maybe less so. But, They're all pretty revealing. I don't know. Maybe they're talking about Hercules.
Me verily.
He's not a she warrior, but Shi'ar warriors.
But yeah, then the third issue 99, like we were talking about, Nova's confronting those squid things. They know who she is and who her master is, but that's when Galactus shows up. At least Galactus looks decent in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good.
Looks like he's been pumping some iron or something. Look at his pecs. Cosmic.
I mean, especially good for a guy that's starving. He hasn't eaten a planet in a while.
And how old is he? He's at least as old as this universe. Came from the
Yes.
previous one. Yeah.
7 million at least.
He's older than them Transformers, Kona.
Yeah.
All right. But then back to the battle. I mean, we're all interested in what's Quasar do with his cape there?
I don't know.
Looks like he's holding it in his hands while he's flying and shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
Or either that or it's attached to his arms somehow too.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's a cape.
Wait, what page are
Page
you on?
6.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
But doesn't the cape look weird? Almost like it's attached to the quantum bands almost.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a cape, not wings.
It looks like very Dracula-esque. Like it's a cowl. It's a cowl.
I will protect the universe.
Yeah. I mean, he does have space behind the cape, so maybe he's dealing with a little bit more space than he's normally used to. So you got the extension on the cape, but yeah, probably just some lazy pencils.
Then you get Cap on the ground, very first Avengers movie, protecting people.
Mm-hmm.
Talking the Vindicator. Or no, Guardian. Wait. He calls her Guardian, so who's Guardian?
Yeah, one's Guardian, one's Vindicator.
Okay,
I thought she was Vindicator.
That's what I thought. But yeah, no, if you look
Yeah.
at the first page of this issue, yeah, no, her husband's called Vindicator, so.
Ah.
And then Quasar's hair gets long all of a sudden. Like it's like I'm gonna say mullet, but I don't know if it's a mullet or like Fabio. Page 10, that hair gets out of control.
Yeah, it's kind of like a young grunge rocker. This is this is around the time where it's starting to break. It's got a little Kurt Cobain to him. It does look a little longer than we're normally used to seeing.
Some of those older pictures of Matt Kona.
Yeah, I was rocking the Quasar.
And Hercules smiting some aliens.
But pretty much every visual of Quasar, he's always in kind of a weird body position. I don't know. From that introductory splash page, he's kind of doing like a ballerina. Page 10 looks like he's climbing the stairs, and he's kind of squatting when he's got the Shrek around him, and he's always in some sort of a weird perpetual
Maybe that's
motion.
our problem with the art in this issue is just like I don't know if the artist has like the nuances of aerial combat down.
True. Yeah, but like the art is I think inconsistent is the name of it, because it can be good for some stuff. Like on page 9, if you look at Cap in the middle panel, he looks fine, but then on the panel on the right, it looks like a parody.
Yeah.
It looks like I don't know.
But it's just it's like the same artist, right? But it's like from the page of last issue to all of a sudden Quasar's hair grows like that on page 10.
He's probably just young at this point, hadn't done a lot of work.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Dude's a businessman. He cut his hair. Yikes! And She-Hulk.
Business isn't doing great. He's not getting paid for these haircuts.
That's right.
In Manhattan.
Oh yeah, and then Diamond Lil's chasing that alien down because they actually have a laser that can cut her skin.
Yeah.
She's pretty scantily clad.
It's like
that
bodysuit, but it's like there's like parts on, there's.
Oh yeah,
I get
the
it.
back.
No, on the hips there, the cutouts, diamond shape.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a logo. See, it's a.
It's
Yeah,
branding. It's branding.
it's not them exploiting the female body. It's the branding. Then Galactus is about to feed on some squid. Again, looking pretty buff for a dude in a dress. So the aliens send out the signal. Which, as we'll see, will reach someone on Earth.
Huh? Who could that be?
Who's recently come back from the dead?
Exactly.
We see Vindicator and Cersei fighting, and I'm guessing Vindicator's flying down on the last panel on page 17, but it doesn't look like he's falling.
Kind
It does look like free fall.
Free falling. Yes, everyone kind of regroups on the ground except for like Black Widow, who's Spider-Maning on the side of a building. A battle of strong and glory it shall be then. Yeah, I'm so glad we didn't do these one by one.
Yeah,
It would have been another collector's obsession.
Yeah. I mean, when I kind of pitched this to do it, I thought it was a fun read. I was not really overanalyzing the details of it too much.
Yeah, I mean, the story's not bad. I think it's just the art that brings it down a little bit.
Yeah. And you got Sasquatch fighting the Toxic Avenger on page 19. It's so weird.
I mean, it's a good story for what it is. I mean, a lot of clobbering aliens and.
Yeah.
Lord, and that joke where Hercules on page 21, Hercules, Zeus, they come to the fore, and Sasquatch in the nines too. Then Diamond Lil's telling them she found the laser to cut through her skin, and then her's telling them about these aliens and the consortium that's after her. Who I guess we could call the Ferengi, because then when they announce themselves again, they call the superheroes worthy business adversaries.
Yeah.
This is the rules of acquisition. But they have a threefold business proposition. Point 1, turn her over to them. Point 2, honor barring such a transaction, we will allow her off Earth and we'll. So if they don't want to turn her on, then we're like, we'll let her run. As long as she's away from you superheroes. Her says she will surrender, but then the signal from space hits Vindicator. Who says your assistance is required off planet. I am the vehicle through which transportation will be implemented. And then he disappears with their strongest members. I'd be insulted if I was She-Hulk. She got left behind.
Yeah.
Well, her and Sasquatch. I thought they were both pretty strong.
Yeah.
Cap, Puck, Sasquatch, She-Hulk, Black Widow, Diamond Lil, and North Star get left behind on Earth to face the aliens. Oh, her disappears too, so they're like, we can't turn her over to you.
The evidence is lost.
Puck says he wets himself. But then the issue ends with another splash page because we see where everyone else went. Because the aliens are like, oh yeah, we brought you here to defend us. And they're like, from what? Galactus.
No.
Oh, that's it?
No big deal. No big deal at all.
Hey, there's a ton of you here. We heard they only took 4 of you Earthlings to defeat them the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, on her last page, Hercules goes, Zeus. I would have been like, no, Galactus.
Yeah. That Galactus is Zeus-esque, Throw some new uniform on him. Maybe that's
you say that's a loincloth Galactus is wearing?
No, I'm saying Galactus is like an updated. Yeah, well, that is kind of a loincloth, yeah. But it's like a modern Zeus.
He came from
The universe
he
is his
came from the
Olympus.
heavens. Yes.
That's now the art should change a little bit because one of the things that they bill on the cover for the 100th issue is alpha artists past, present, and future.
Mhm.
So,
But I don't actually see any credits at all in this issue. Did you?
no, in fact, they are in issue 102,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of weird. Yeah. Let me see if I can
Unless they
pull
just
'em up.
forgot him.
Yeah.
Oh, but we were talking about the Eternals before. Maybe it's because I used to have a crush on her for the longest time. But you know who I was thinking could play Cersei? Jennifer Love
Oh.
Hewitt.
That'd be good.
Dark hair.
Dark hair.
Can't hardly wait. if they cast her.
Nice.
Oh, what other kind of heartbreakers would you get?
Well, the cover of Alpha Flight 100 looks like it is by, I'd say, Tom Morgan. That looks like his signature over there.
I was gonna say it looks like Morgan art. So yeah, this is a extra size issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get the people left on Earth still trying to battle the aliens. Puck takes a shot for Black Widow since he is invulnerable. See, Alpha Flight got a lot of invulnerable people.
Mm-hmm.
Not fair. Yeah, so you could tell some of this art switches and it looks better.
Mm-hmm.
This one artist, what page is this where who's that artist? So there's a artist towards the end of West Coast of Avengers West Coast, I think.
Yeah, I should know that too. That's
But yeah, and then the the people in space telling the aliens, we gotta get back to Earth. They're like, no, our planet's about to be destroyed too. You have to defeat the Galactus. Because I was joking before, but the aliens even say, hey, you have to stop Galactus as your people have done before.
like twice, right?
Oh, at least, yeah. Pesky Reed Richards, let him go.
Oh.
Because he's a force of nature. Okay, I got the list of pencilers. Holy. Writer Fabian Penciler, Michael Baer, June Brigman,
June Brigman, okay.
John Calamy, Tom Morgan, David Ross. I think that's the one I was thinking of.
Dave Ross, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that sounds right.
That's it for the pencilers. Inkers are Michael Baer, Danny Belandy, Chris Ivy, Larry Malstedt. Okay. And of course,
Cool.
colorist friend Bob Sharon. And of course, Janice Chiang. I swear who did all the lettered every issue in the 90s. Okay, so there wasn't that many. I thought that whole list was going to be pencilers. No, so Michael Baer, June Brigman, John Calamy, Tom Morgan, and David Ross. Yeah. I was going to say, I remember that Ross art from Avengers West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Which we'll be discussing. Did he? I think he penciled some of that Avengers West Coast stuff from Galactic Storm, right?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds right. We'll find out. We'll find out shortly.
I haven't read them yet, so yeah.
Yeah.
So then Guardians yelling at Vindicator. What's wrong with you? And fight to be a human being again. That's when the aliens say they're the ones, I guess, who they found
saved it.
Yeah, they found him on Jupiter. So close.
That's
Just a hop, skip, and a jump from Uranus.
yeah.
He was on the outer.
It's in the same asteroid. It's below. It's below the same asteroid belt.
He was on the outer edge of Uranus.
Yeah.
So they saved him, took him back to their world, and I guess rebuilt. Well, is there time travel? Oh, because I guess he got flung back in time too, right?
Yeah, because it was like 1,000 years or something.
Something like some big number like that. Yeah, so they found them on Jupiter in the past. Trying to find the number. Yeah, I know it does say misplaced in time as well as space. That's not saying, but yeah. Then they said. Then they talk about the first time Galactus came to Earth and the Fantastic Four beat him.
Mm-hmm.
So humans had the capacity to beat Galactus, so we figured this Hudson fellow would. So they
Oh, you're coming up to the page where Galactus holds out his hand like so, and we get an awesome sound effect.
Oh, fizzle.
Yes.
Fizzle.
Fizzle.
We ordered the fizzy. So the aliens say they rebuilt Vindicator. They spent $6 million and rebuilt him.
Better, stronger, faster.
Then they returned him after they rebuilt him. Everyone's yelling at the aliens, even Vision, which is weird.
Yeah.
That whole fizzle box is great because even she says fizzle and he says odd. It could be self-referential.
But I just love on page 15, Quasar's like, who's starting to get his hair back under control. I bet that he's.
See, mine doesn't even have numbers. You have numbers in yours? Wow.
Yeah,
I don't have numbers. It's so weird. Printed in Canada.
Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? One big complaint I have for Alpha Flight, when it says the price, it should just say the Canadian price in big on the top, and then U.S. price smaller underneath.
Yep.
I was going to say it on second printing, but was it? I'm trying to remember. Were there two versions? Was the newsstand version a little different than like the direct version? Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
You got a barcode or a Captain America on your bottom left corner.
I got a cap on mine.
Okay, I got a cap on mine. But did it? Yeah.
But I got no numbers. Oh wait, no. You know what? My numbers are like super small, and some of them are partially covered. Yeah. So I have half a 19. And then the top of a 2 and a 0.
Oh yeah,
but some pages I have nothing at all.
Some of mine are faded too. Yeah, I can barely see my 19 either. Yeah,
and it's red. It's red ink.
Once I get past 15, yeah. Well, some of them don't have numbers. There's no 14. No, a lot of these pages don't. I got a 6, and then I think the next one I have is 15.
Yeah, I have 15 is in black, and then.
So yeah, I mean they only charge you an extra 50 cents, so you don't get page numbers on every page.
Yeah.
So yeah, Quasar talks them into stop everyone into stopping Galactus because he's the protector of the universe. And that means all beings, even morally questionable ones. That's when scantily clad Nova says, "Hey, they decided to fight. What should we do?" Galactus says he pledged never to harm Earth and holds a begrudging respect for the beings of that planet. And I bet they're very tasty.
They're crispity, crunchity heart. Nah.
Yeah, and then Hercules mentions he's met Galactus before. I swear, doesn't half the time Galactus doesn't like even speak to lower beings like humans, but he's all chatty Cathy with that.
He is.
I mean, I could see Hercules because he's like a god, but everyone else, he's just like, oh, you're gonna stop me, Guardian? Okay, pity. But yeah, then we get the fizzle.
Oh shit.
Again, older man, you know, performance issues do happen, I guess. Back on Earth in Toronto, eh? The heroes are hiding out in the subway. And the ship still chase them down there. Until I guess they commandeer a spaceship. And the controls aren't in English, but they're in Japanese.
Are they Transformers? Sorry.
Well, they say makes sense. They're businessmen. But it's a good thing Puck and Black Widow speak Japanese. So, then in space, everyone's still fighting Galactus, and they drop him on his butt.
Give him the old schoolboy.
And Galactus is basically like, yeah, you know, my other powers may be gone, but I can still keep you at bay by the use of sheer physical force. Gives him like two big upper.
I am totally a giant, and I'm going to smack you down.
Oh, I gotta isolate that. Oh yeah, and the alien.
Yeah, you could do that at the beginning of every episode. All right, I'm Phil. I'm here with Will. I am totally a giant, and I'm going to smack you down.
Nice. The aliens captured Nova.
Yeah, in some sort of gooey seaweed confines from the jellyfish planet.
That needs to be isolated too.
Is that the new sparkly quantum tentacles?
Tentacles.
Yeah, hey, you know, we got a new provider, vocal. We're trying
gonna up our
to.
sound.
We got a new era.
Era. I love Matt Kona's from Boston. He had to say the era.
We got the new era.
Era.
The ERA. That's how it's pronounced. Era.
You and the Kennedy.
Era. Yeah. Mayor Quimby.
So yeah, more fighting on Earth. But then Cap, Puck, Black Widow, and North Star make it to, I guess, the command ship for the aliens. I guess we get to the command center where I guess the aliens like driving the whole thing are basically wired into it. And they cut the wires. I love how the whole force couldn't stop these aliens, but now half their force. And then back on the alien planet, Hercules is beating on Galactus while he's glowing for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, again, the gift of a beating. Have at thee, Celestial One, receive the gift from the Prince of Power.
There he goes again.
Giving gifts.
Oh, wait till the next two episodes. Kona's doing more live readings. Yes, smite me. Then Galactus goes all King Kong and grabs Guardian. Till Vindicator fights his programming and attacks Galactus. And again, I know we mention this every time when it's not a Quasar issue, but why didn't Quasar try to, like, I don't know, bubble Galactus or quantum jump him, something?
Hey, you know, when he shows up in Fantastic Four by Wade and Ringo, he's on point.
Yeah.
He's
Well, Wade knows his stuff. I mean, he actually like does his homework, it seems like.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, because remember, Galactus came in at this point isn't able to like shoot out energy blast or anything. Just bubble him up.
Well, yeah, he can't bust out. I mean,
All I can basically do is punch the bubble. He's weakening every second. But they knock Galactus. Oh no, I think Galactus falls. Oh yeah, Vindicator attacks him and Galactus hits the ground. Oh Oh, because since the planet's been shifted to another dimensional plane, that's why Galactus has been his powers weren't working. It's cold in here. Then Guardian's like, we still got to find a way off this planet, get back to Earth, and the consortium. Galactus is like, did you say consortium? And they're renowned for using living planets as the energy source for their motherships. What a coincidence.
What a coinkadink.
And Nova, how about we kill two birds with one stone? And of course, of course, the Avengers on Earth check out that energy planet that's powering the aliens. And of course, it's uninhabited, so have at thee. And back on the alien planet, Galactus is telling everyone that only two beings have the energy power source, I guess, to power the teleporter, Guardian and Vindicator. But that would be tantamount to cessation of this unit's function. So they both think they're going to die. And as they're all talking about, doing this, Hercules' hair and beard go red. And it's just like under the chin. He lost this over. Everybody's hair going through strange metamorphosis here. And then Mode's Three Stooges phases out of the box armor. So Guardian and Vindicator getting ready to energize the teleporter, which they're doing. You see everyone abandoning ship back on Earth. But then Vindicator knocks out Guardian. He's like, we both don't have to die. Tells Box, take her back, protect her. So they brought back Vindicator only to kill him again.
Just to kill him again.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of alluded to this in '97. They're like, we'll make any sacrifice. And they did.
Yeah.
So they all... So except for Vindicator, they all teleport back to Earth. I wish we had someone who could teleport on our team, though.
You mean like, I don't know, jump into a realm of quantum stuff? I don't know.
About creating a nice container to carry everyone in, and then...
yeah.
Hercules specifically looks like he's enjoying the teleportation.
Yes.
The consortium's like, what happened? Oh, it's Galactus. Then the last page is basically just Guardian telling everyone on Earth what the Vindicator sacrifice, and we just see Toronto burning.
Mm-hmm. With Silver Snail Comics down there in the bottom. You see that little sign?
Yeah, Silver Snail Comics. Comics with an X.
Which is an actual pretty famous shop, I believe. Or at least it was. I don't know. I think it's still around.
Until it burned down.
Oh.
No, not even.
Darn aliens. We get ads for G.I. Joe and hey, She-Hulk. Hey, look, She-Hulk versus the Mole Man. It's you see the top left corner, Jenny to the center of the Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think that was John Byrne issues.
Yes.
She-Hulk issues by Byrne.
Because in the bottom left corner, it says John Byrne resurfaces in issue 31.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, he was in the She-Hulk.
No, there is one Quasar mention in this issue that we didn't get to. It's in the bullpen bulletins in the July coolometer, on the temperature gauge from cool to uncool. Out of 28 possible things, Quasar is smack dab in the middle, and not numbered, but I counted. He's 14th out of 28. He's less cool than softball, but he is cooler than geographic undesirability, which is undesirability,
Hey, he's cooler.
which is badly misspelled, by the way.
He's cooler than the Flash TV show, which, hey, in a Marvel comic, who would have thought?
I know. I really love the Flash TV show, and I have it on DVD.
Yeah,
I haven't busted it out in a while, but yeah. But this the uniform, and it looks like it's made out of suede.
He showed up in that CW crossover last year for a little bit.
I know. I didn't see it.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I've
doing
heard it's pretty
Crisis on
good.
Infinite Earths this year, so maybe we'll wonder if he'll be back.
Yeah, maybe. I heard Wonder Woman's coming back.
Yeah.
Linda Blair, or not Linda
Linda
Blair.
Carter.
Yeah.
Linda Carter. Linda Blair on Wonder Woman, projectile vomiting.
Yeah.
She's got a crucifix. Yeah.
What happened to Phil? We lost Phil.
I don't know. Well, he started this, and then he left us. I don't know.
I'm here. I hit a
Phil.
button. Sorry.
Oh.
It says we're recording still.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I
He's
can
back.
hear you the whole
All right.
time. Yeah, I just hit a button.
Oh, okay.
I just knocked
okay.
myself out of.
You hit the eject
I did.
button
Yeah.
on the vocal VCR.
I didn't want to be in the Brady Bunch
That's
anymore.
what-
Yeah.
So yeah. Guess what was at the top of the coal meter? Will Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh. 20 years too early. Sorry.
All right. We're at a minute 6, so let's get into this Captain America issue.
Okay.
Cap 395, which is like what?
Oh, wait. I have to say it. Are you ready?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, because covers
Nice.
the house of drip dough. Should have had the Homer Simpson drop ready, but
Yeah.
I only have one. I only have
Yeah.
one Homer Simpson drop.
That's awesome.
So yeah, this is basically what 3 issues after our big Superior stratagem.
Yeah. The big
The Red
epic.
Skull has faked his death. Page. It starts on page 2. We see Cap listening to reports from different Avengers, and first one he listens to, he just see crashed my communicard, so I was unable to verify whether Hercules.
Memo: have Thor, Quasar, and Hercules see me about the Enchantress incident.
And for the rest of you, that was last episode.
That's right. Thor number
And we'll
437.
get into with a little more next issue too.
believe.
Oh, they even mentioned Thena here, because Cersei's accompanying Thena to Lemuria. Oh, we did a little Jolie reference. Oh, Cersei's accompanying Angelina Jolie. She's not her. So yeah, just a lot of the Red Skull faked his death. Now he's teaming up with Viper. Blah blah blah. The next part we're concerned with is page 12, when Cap's sitting down with Eric Masterson. He's asking him about when he battled Titanium, the Absorbing Man, and let him go. And then he's like, then there's the matter of your fight with Quasar.
Yes.
He's like, I hate to think on an Avenger with a couple thousand years more experience than me. He's like, let me guess, Hercules was trying to teach you about combat.
It's like a trope now, isn't it? It's just what he does.
Yeah.
And Cap's like, we appreciate you, filling in for Thor. We need your raw power. And we treat you as a member in training. And he tells him to come back tonight, and he's gonna show him some basic Avengers maneuvers. And then Thor walks out of Cap's office, and we'll get the part of this scene next episode when we cover Quasar 28. Thor walks out of his office, and Quasar goes, "How'd it go, Thor?" "Well, it wasn't kicked off the team." Hercules, not for you. Gee, thanks. It's pretty neat because Grunwald was writing Cap and Quasar at the same time, so he could
He could do
little
different.
stunt
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, because once Caps comes and talk to those two, we'll get the return of her.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the whole Quasar thing from this issue. Then we just get Red Skull and Viper hanging around in bathrobes and
Just, chilling like a villain.
literally.
And there's even a backup story.
Yep. With Diamondback's friends, Black Mamba and Asp, who we last saw on Superior Stratagem. That kind of is like a little crossover too, because we see Crossbones in the background, of which he was in an interlude in the main story.
Yeah.
So they kind of showed the Grunwald, that master craftsman.
Mm-hmm. Could just kind of weave people in and out of the universe.
Yeah.
Telling stories.
The main story ends with that cover with Captain America and Eric Masterson trapped by Doughboy and Arnim Zola.
Mm-hmm.
TV head. Or no, the box was on top of his shoulders, right? The face was in his chest.
Yeah.
Weird episode, but we'll get back to our
normal Quasar broadcasting.
I was gonna say, I think that's it for the rest of the year. But no, we have one more episode where we cover multiple issues. That's the start when we get to Star Brand.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's like what 19, 20 issues. So we'll be very general on that.
Yeah, that's what happens here. Yeah, okay, done.
Yeah. Pretty general.
So next 4 episodes we'll do Quasar 28, 29, then we'll do that What If 25, and then Quasar 30, then the Star Brand stuff, and then Quasar 31, and then Operation Galactic Storm.
Galactic Storm, that's right. Awesome.
We got to get Ray in here for one of these. Yeah. See if he wants to do a Quasar. I mean, again, it depends on the schedule, but see if he wants to do a Quasar issue, or maybe that What If would be cool.
Yeah.
Ray, get a hold of me. I know he listens to this show. All right. So anything else?
I think we've covered it, sir.
All right. So those of you there's no one in the chat room right now. All right. For anybody or
for those of you listening at home.
Well, I downloaded this to put it up on YouTube and the podcast, but I think like this episode will, just like on YouTube, it'll sit here. So yeah, any of you vocal people, so we're Quasar Podcast. We told you what we're going to do. Send us your thoughts. Capes and Lunatics at gmail.com, facebook.com/Capes and Lunatics, or Quantum Zone. Yes, Capes and Lunatics and Quantum Zone both have Facebook pages. At Quantum Zone Pod on Twitter. And you can also follow at CL Sidekicks. CL Sidekicks on Instagram. We have a voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Check out Work in Progress, capesandlunatics.org. And I started a weekly newsletter, so I tell you everything that goes up on both podcasts every week. And the Greetings from Cybertron episode. So go check out, capesandlunatics.home.blog, I believe.
Cool.
And we also sometimes the masquerade is GPS. Soshin, turn left right now.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Will Allred, Master of the Quantum Zone. Where can people find you and your printed works?
You can find me at WALLRED on Twitter and Gmail and Facebook and all those places. You can find my self-published comic Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And, of course, you can always find cool stuff at quantumzone.org.
What's that Will Ferrell thing? He has many leather-bound books. All right, Matt Kona, where can people find you? And I believe I saw you have a stand-up special coming up soon, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing a show. Well, I got a bunch of shows coming up. You can find my Facebook fan page at Matt Kona, MATTKONA. I am around in the New England area. I'll be headlining a show in Salem on the 30th of July, I think.
Cool.
Wait, no, that's like next week, is it?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm doing it? I should probably figure that out. Is it that soon? I thought it was.
30th.
Yes, it is.
Next
It
Tuesday,
is
yeah.
a week
Yep.
from today. Damn. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll be doing that.
Let's start writing some material.
And yeah, I should probably do that. I'm just gonna do my duck tour. My duck tour. But I'll omit the on your left is this.
Oh, we didn't even mention that. Endgame
Yeah.
did it. The highest grossing movie of
Oh,
all
yes.
time. It beat
Oh,
Avatar.
yeah.
It made it.
I can't.
Did you guys go back and watch it in theaters
Nah.
with the end scene? I
I
didn't.
wonder if
either.
that'll be on the Blu-ray or anything, because that comes out, I believe, in August sometime. So,
I'm sure it will be.
oh Lord, score DVD. I'm sure they'll have a bunch of deleted scenes and stuff. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
We went long, but we had a bunch of issues to cover.
Yeah.
All right, thank you everyone for coming north and joining us. Like we said, next episode, Quasar 28, Quasar, Makkari, Hercules,
Huzzah! Sorry.
her, Captain America, star-studded issue. Oh, that's the issue too, where her goes flying around. So I think we get cameos from like Wonder Man.
X-Men.
Yeah, there's like one page of X-Men. Yeah. So yeah, the whole darn Marvel universe.
Mhm.
So lots of good stuff coming up. Those Quasar issues, the What If, the Star Brand, and then the Galactic Storm for the rest of the year into the next year. All right, got your homework. Come back next time, everyone. And remember, Quantum Zoners, keep it quantum, eh?